you want to learn how to install Dzus fasteners, huh? Well, that's what we're doing today. I've already got a little bit ahead of myself today in installing the Dzus fasteners. I just kind of came out here and got to work. But I bought, this is the Dzus rail kit from Motion Raceworks. Super easy to install. This is for the Foxbody Mustang, obviously, because that's what we're building here. And I believe it also works for S10, because on the packaging it says Foxbody Mustang and Chevy S10. So this is the front end is off. Now what I did is I bolted it onto the car, I squared everything up, and I made sure I got the body lines where I wanted them. And everything's nice and snug. Set it on the pavement. It doesn't have to be like super level or anything, but got it off the car, put it on the pavement, and then put it in a position where it's nice and it's square. And then as you can see, I got painter's tape in there holding it there. I've already got the hood off in the back, but I'm about 2 hours ahead here, and I missed all this stuff. So I got these fitted and then riveted on, and then I wanted to, obviously we're accounting for the space of the hood because I want it to be flush, so that's roughly just a hair more than 1/8 of an inch is what I got. And these are aluminum, so they can go with the curve of the fender. So that's installed already. And then what I did is I laid the hood back down on top of it, and I used painter's tape to position the hood, make sure the hood is exactly where I want it to be, for when I go to install the Dzus fasteners, that the hood's not crooked and everything lines up the way it should and the body lines are good. So I put the hood down, used painter's tape, got everything lined up, and then I crawled up underneath of the hood and I marked the underside of the hood like that. And see, so I've already begun drilling them, but I crawled up underneath and marked them, pre-drilled the center, and then I'm just going through with a step-up bit and I'm drilling it out to 3/4 of an inch. I believe these are the 5/8 Dzus fasteners, but you want to go to 3/4 of an inch. Reason being, when you go to install them, you want it to sit flush on the hood, because as you can see, there's a little bit of a radius to it that flares out. So when you install them, go to 3/4 of an inch, or depending on what size, because they make these in different sizes. And yeah, so just using a step-up bit, and I mark my stop line with a paint pen. So drill out the center, and then I'm just taking my time, because if you've been following along, this hood, when I originally got this car, this hood was in horrible shape. The corners were busted off on both sides. There was a turbo vent cut into it. There was misaligned holes. There were sometimes where they missed the hole and then they drilled next to it and then just ran the hood anyway. So I fixed all that with fiberglass and smoothed it out on the other side, and you can see where all the repairs have been made. And so we're just going to go through and drill them all out, get them right size, attach the Dzus fasteners, and then, well, before I attach the Dzus fasteners, I'm going to lay it back on the hood over there and make sure all the hood holes line up, which they should, because I triple checked. We'll attach these and should be good to go. So I'm going to set this thing up on the little phone stand there, and then we'll just time lapse it, because all you're just watching me drill holes, and that's kind of boring. So yeah. Alright, so the thing that I wanted to add, when you're marking your holes so you know where to drill them, and if you're going to use, you'll notice there's 2 sets of holes, a small set and a large set. And you're probably wondering, what is that for? Because only the 1/4 inch supplied rivets are going to go in a small hole, right? Well, this big hole here is for the opposite end of the rivet. So when you go to put the rivet through, you can't just put them anywhere you want, or else it will not sit flush the way it needs to. So you have to mark these holes from the bottom side, and that is where you put your rivets. So this way, you can't just put your Dzus fasteners however you want with this type of rail and expect it to fit right, because you're going to go to put it on and you're going to wonder yourself, why the hell is it not fitting? Well, it's because you got to line up with those holes there. So, alright, so we got the hood back on the front end, and I've put 4 fasteners in it for now, just to hold it in place and check the alignment. And it looks like we're pretty good. It's not like perfect, but with Dzus fasteners you don't have to be perfect because there is some play in the fastener, so it doesn't have to be perfect. So as you can see, all the holes line up. Hood's fitting like it should. And if in case you're wondering, how does a Dzus fastener work? So you see, this is a quick release one with a spring on it, so it just pops up so you don't lose the male end. And it has a barrel that's grooved. It has this twist lock deal on there. See that? I can get the focus. So the way that works is you press it down and then you'll twist it and it grabs a hold of this spring here, and that's what tightens it down. Cool thing about these are these metal springs, which I'm going to show you over here. This is on a spare rail that I have. These guys are riveted on, right? And it's just like a soft metal. And if it's, so you go to put something on, you go to put a Dzus fastener on, and as Dzus fastener is a little too loose, you can actually just pry this down to take out that slack. Or if it's entirely too tight, you just take a pair of pliers and you squeeze it, compress a little bit to get it to fit right, because you don't want it entirely too tight, because you'll have a pain in the ass time trying to get it off, or you're just going to damage your Dzus and they're going to be all what do you call it, scratched up. Okay, so all the Dzus fasteners are now fitted, and I've got them roughly facing a 40, kind of like a 40-ish 5-degree angle away from the edge of the fender, and I do that just for uniformity, and I think it looks cool. And then the last two I got to do is these two up front here. So last and final step is to drill out these holes and then install the supplied rivets from Motion, and we are done. And that's all it is. It's to installing a Dzus fastener. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry for the rain, and if you can see, I got freaking tree ants all over my hood because they just, every time it rains, they just drop out of this tree and they crawl on everything. So anyhow, appreciate y'all tuning in. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I know there's a million ways to skin a cat, and some of there's professional race car builders, and somebody might come across this and watch it like, that's not how you do it. Like, whatever, dude. Like, end result is still the same, and you know, I'm just trying to help people out here on the platform. They'll learn how to, trying to figure out how to do stuff on their own. So appreciate you for tuning in. Y'all have a good one. Remember to subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you guys.